Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Save the bees. How you doing? Laura, Suzanne, how y'all doing? Miss Prissy Paws, you are number one. I seen you come in number one tonight. Amen. Absolutely. Hallelujah. I'm Beautiful Sunflower. We love you. Hey, that's the truth. That is the truth. God bless. I seen you, girl. Number one in here tonight, Miss Prissy Pauls. Let me get up here. I'll show you. There she is. Hello, PG and family. Much love. Much love to you, girl. Much love to you. God bless. She got in number one. Number two. It is what it is. PG, much love. Much love to you. Hey, there's Pam. Pam's number three again. All right, girl. There you go. Hello, PG. Hello, 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 Pam. And Beth Ann, number four. There you go. Hey, it's good to see all you guys in here tonight. God bless. Much love. Hey, Lisa. I'm going to try to get down through here. Say my howdy doos. How you doing? 120 acres. Good to see you. That avatar is funny. That is funny. Right. Kathy, how you doing tonight, hon? How you doing? Peppermint Patty, I see you, girl. I'm getting down through here. Our bucket list has holes. Prayers for our sister, beautiful sunflower. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's keep them prayers going up. She is doing much better. Much better. God bless. God bless. And let's keep them prayers going up. Let's keep the prayers going up. She needs to rest. She needs to rest. She's still I talked to her today. I talked with her today through chat, and she's doing a lot better. A lot better. She needs to rest, right? Mama PG got on her. I told her she needs to rest. So, yeah. If all y'all gonna be my children, then you gotta listen to your mama, right? Y'all gotta listen to your mama. That's why I have to tell you. Don't make me come through this box. Right? Hey Kim, how you doing, sweetie? Second to none. How you doing? Boy, I got a lot of kids. Look at all this. Look at all these children. I got a ton of kids in here. Hey Susan, how you doing? Lynn, how you doing? I got a ton of kids. Stephanie, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Chris, how you doing? Find Summer's Truth. Amen. That's what we're working on. That's what we're working on. All right. There we go. Sister's mama is forever became a member. YouTube member. Amen. God bless. God bless. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. God bless. Oh, this night's starting out. It's starting out. It's coming in like a lamb. Coming in like a lamb, y'all. And you know how it goes out. You know how it goes out. Hey, I see you, Spirit Holy. How you doing tonight, sweetie? How you doing? Angel, how you doing? All in the tank. Gracie, there you are. Hey, Angel, how you doing, sweetie? Let me see. Someone said hello to Smiley. Oh, there she is. How you doing, Smiley? Hi, all love. I'm laying down and listening. Summer's live. There you go, girl. God bless. God bless. Much love. Absolutely. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, sister. Amen. Hey, Cool Gamer, how you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Gracie, how you doing tonight? How you doing? All right, I get this party started, right? The party don't start till we get there. All right? It don't start till we get there. Yeah. So anyway, um, I'm gonna tell you, I got a good catch. I got a really good catch. You guys are gonna want to hear this tonight. You are definitely going to. Hey, Coco, how you doing? You are definitely. We don't support cows. We tip them. That's right. And it ain't. And we don't tip them like in the hums for the poor either. Right? Ain't the way they're getting tipped. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh yeah, I am going to do tell, do tell. You guys are so like, yeah. I caught a good find. I'm telling you, going back and re-listening, you'd be surprised at how much we have missed in these clippings, right? We have missed a lot. Um, you know, that's the difference in hearing and listening, right? We hear everything. Sometimes we just don't listen. And and hey, PG ain't no saint. Sometimes I ain't be listening either. I promise you. Like like I am straight up the master, right? I'm a master to tune people out. I for real. Until before I got before I got out here, before I got out here, I only heard what I wanted to. Now I'd be hearing everything. Right? Now I'd be hearing everything. But even though I'd be hearing everything, hey, some things I gotta go back and listen to three, four, five, sometimes even more, right? And then it's like, whoa, wait a minute, back it up. Did I hear that right? Oh damn, I did. Right? Oh, do tell, do tell. But yeah, so yep. And I am going to do tell tonight. But first, before we get started, you guys always know that I keep you updated on what's going on around the world. All right, and the YouTube world. Anyway, and yeah, did you guys catch Don up on Day Days talking about CPS and how um, and he said, and did you guys hear him say that he was blaming the president of the United States, right? He was blaming the president of the United States for his kids being gone. I'm like, what? Yeah. Okay. Looked on. Don't take advantage of Joe, right? Just because you think he's got dementia or, Alzheimer's or I don't know, some shit going on. Maybe he just don't want to remember shit. I don't know. But you can't go blaming him. Like, where'd you put my daughter? What? Did I have your daughter? Right? Don't take advantage of an old man. The freaking can't remember shit. I mean, he couldn't, like Joe couldn't remember if he had her, let alone where he put her, right? right. And Don Wells is trying to take advantage of that. Um, Let me tell you, Donald, don't blame Joe. We know Joe's in Washington, D.C. He was nowhere near Ben Hill Road, June 15th, 2021. Right? I promise you, he was nowhere near there. But yeah, he's trying to blame the president. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Um, I mean, good try, right? Nice try, man. Nice try. But we all know what you did, trying to take advantage of poor Joe. Don better, Don better hope Joe don't get wind of this. And then, I'm going to do tell some more, because there's some stuff that that actually kind of pissed me off, and I'll tell you what it was. Um, for one, Day Day kept shutting it down, didn't she? Did you see how she would, you know, turn off everything and then go behind the scenes talking to him? Like he was starting to say some good stuff, right? He was starting to go like, he's starting to go Don, right? And then Day Day shuts him down. She like shuts it off, shuts him down. Well, I don't know if you should be saying that. Silence. And then he comes back, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saving me. And, and really? You're behind the scenes assisting a number one suspect? You're throwing a monkey wrench in this case? You are shutting down a number one suspect from talking? Whoa. You tell me. I'm going to tell you. When she's doing this stuff, I'm not going to tell you anything. You tell me. You tell me. Now, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that her shutting him down like that is actually saying she's not for Summer. She can she be for Summer when she's shutting down a number one suspect from talking? Can she be for Summer when she is shutting down a number one suspect for talking? No, you're right. She cannot be for Summer. She cannot be for Summer. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There you go, all the ones. She's not for Summer. Because if you were for Summer and solving Summer's case and helping Summer, you would let that mother freaker talk, right? You'd let him talk. Say whatever he wanted to say. Let him talk. But she's not. And that's why me and Day Day can't be friends. We can't be friends. If you are not for Summer, if you are not, this is a true crime community out here, folks. This is a true crime community that aids and abets the victims, the true victims. We are here for the real victims, the real missing children. Summer Moon, Utah Wells. We were here for Quentin. We are here for Michael Vaughn. We are here for all of the missing children. We are their voice because they are voiceless. This is a true crime community where you're supposed to be for the victim, the real victims. You're not supposed to be coddling suspects. Mm-mm. Do you think that law enforcement coddles suspects? No, absolutely not. When did people start coddling? When did people start coddling criminals? That's what I want to know. When did people start coddling criminals? When did people start coddling criminals that abuse, neglect, and destroy children's lives? When did humans start doing that? Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. You know, you get these missing children, and the people that made them come up missing gets coddled. What? Really? For real? Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. That is not the way it's supposed to be. That is not the way it's supposed. It is not okay ever, ever to neglect or abuse anyone. Anyone. I don't care. I don't care from birth to 100. You have no right neglecting or abusing anyone in this world. Every human knows how to be nice. They know how to be kind. They know how to be caring. They know how they want to be treated. And they know that's the right way to treat others. And they choose not to. So you know what? Being a bastard is a choice, right? There you go. Being cruel, mean, ugly is a choice, right? Being abusive and neglectful is a choice, right? It's a choice. It's a choice you make to say, oh, I know what I should be doing, but I'm not going to do it. F other people. F the world, they say. Right? Mean, hateful, ugly human beings, self-seeking, self-centered. They say screw everybody. I ain't nobody's friend. It's about me. Everything's about me. Well, if you want everything to be about you, then you need to be by yourself. Right? If you are all take and no give, then take your ass somewhere else. Leave other people alone. Just how it works. That's how it works. I'm going to tell you something. Now we're going to set Summer's case aside for just a second. We're going to set that case aside. We're going to act like Summer does not even exist. All right? She doesn't even exist in this whole equation. She's not existing. Right? Put Summer out of your mind for just a second. 1 second. Let's put the 3 boys only in the equation. Now let's go from the oldest boy being born to the youngest boy being born, and Summer hasn't been born yet. Summer hasn't even been born yet. All right? She does not exist yet. This is what I want you guys to understand. She doesn't exist. The three boys were sleeping in dirty beds. Donald said they were like their mother. They didn't even like the bath because they never really got bathed. They didn't get baths. So how would they know what a bath really feels like? They didn't get very few baths, right? They didn't get enough to eat. They didn't, their clothes and shoes were always too big or too small. They were wearing, girls' clothes because they couldn't find no boys' clothes to put on. We've seen them in girls' clothes, right? They were interchanging clothing. These boys were getting on that school bus every day to go to school so they could get some breakfast and they could get some lunch because they were hungry. They were living in a dirty, filthy, disgusting place that was what? A hazard. It was a hazard. Now, all of these things were going on. Mom was always drinking liquor, right? Every night mom was hammered, passed out, drank till she passed out. Dad was doing his substance abuse and sucking the liquor as well, right? And these kids, they weren't being taken care of. They were not being taken care of properly, right? They were being neglected mentally, physically, and every other way, spiritually. These kids were being neglected. Even if Summer did not ever exist, even if she would not have ever existed, these children would have still been going through hell up there on 110 Ben Hill Road. The three boys would have still been going through hell. And once they were removed by Child Protective Services, they would have still been asking, please don't send us back. Because of all the neglect and abuse and everything that they were living amongst and in. Right? So, with that being said, why would Children's Services ever think about handing them boys back? Why would they ever think of doing such a thing? Trust me, they're not. They're not. Don and Candus is not straightening up. They're not straightening their lives out and straightening up because they know that as long as they're number one suspects in their own missing daughter's case and cannot get themselves cleared, those boys are not going to be returned. And they know that they cannot get themselves cleared because why? Ellie says, Candus, come back and they wanted her to take more lie detector tests. If she passed it, why would they want more? They said, we want another lie detector test from you. And she can't do it. She can't do it. Why? In fear that she's going to flunk the hell out of it. And the results of it might end up, actually getting law enforcement to move forward with prosecution. So she's not going to do that. And as long as she's not going to do that, then she knows they're not going to bring the kids back. And Don don't want to do no lie detectors test either. He don't want to do none as well, right? But even if even if Summer would not have been born yet, those boys still, in my opinion, needed to be taken away. Why? Because that house is an eyesore, right? It's a fire hazard. It's just a big fucking dump. That house is a dump. It is dangerous. That is a dangerous place for children. It's falling down around these people, and at a fast pace. It doesn't have heat in half the rooms or air conditioning in half the rooms, right? The outside of it is just crumbling. Take a look at it. I mean, it doesn't have a whole roof over the place. It has some kind of looks like the side of a freaking shed for a roof. Who in the hell takes a old shed made out of tin and turns it into a roof? I mean, come on. That's what it looks like. I mean, that place is just nasty. Can you imagine all the mold? Can you imagine all the mold and everything that's in that place? And it's infested with rats and roaches and spiders and bugs. I mean, come on, y'all. That place is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, these people wouldn't even clean the yard. They wouldn't even clean the yard, right? They didn't even want to go out there. They didn't even want to go out there and throw away everything in the yard and clean up the yard, right? At least have at least have a nice, beautiful yard. No, no rose bushes, no trees, no nothing. No beautiful flowers, nothing. I mean, how hard is it to go and buy a bunch of beautiful flowers and plant them? Plant them around your house. A few rose bushes. No. Candace didn't want none of that stuff. You want to know why she didn't want it? Because that takes money. That takes money that she could be spending on what? Oh, I guess probably some underage person, some overage products like twisted tea, vapes, right? That's what it is. That's what it is, right? Exactly. Exactly. And hey, beautiful sunflower. Good to see you in here, sweetie. I told you you better be resting, girl. You need to rest. Don't make Mama PG. Don't make Mama PG have to show up and knock on the door. Put you. I might have to knock on the door, man, and put her to bed. Right? Doctor's orders. She got to be laying down, taking it easy. Yeah. She needs. I wish I could be there for her. I make her. I make her. I make her stay on the sofa during the day, and then go to bed early. Right? Give her chicken noodle soup, crackers. She got to be nursed back to health. Nah, I'd probably be like, girl, you're good. You're good. Let's go out. Let's go out party. Right? Let's go out and shoot some pool. Have a good time. They ain't nothing better in this life than laughter, right? Trust me. You got with PG, you get plenty of laughter. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so Don's on there talking about how, Child Protective Services stole their kids. Um, no, no, no. Child Protective Services don't steal children. They remove children that need to be removed. You know? They didn't steal nothing. Right? They did not steal those boys. No more. No more than somebody came up there and stole Summer. Right? They did not steal those boys no more than somebody came up there and stole Summer. Ronnie Lawson said, no signs of an abduction. No signs. Meaning, whoop, cops don't believe anybody abducted this child. Absolutely not. Regardless to what the parents say. And I think law enforcement would know. I think they would know. They're the ones that, they're the ones that handle this case. They're the ones that handle many, many, many cases like it. And I think that, they would pretty much know if it was or wasn't. And from what they're seeing, it wasn't. So, and that's exactly why the boys ain't going to be being returned. And exactly why Don and Candus ain't going to be fighting it. Because they don't want to end up in jail. They don't want to end up in jail. In my opinion, this is my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. In my opinion, Don and Candus Wells know, and Granny, that they're all guilty as fucking hell of whatever happened to Summer. And the last thing they want is to end up in prison over it. So you know what? They're going to wait for the boys to turn 18 and then see if they want to show back up or not. Right? Don has no problem leaving his kids and returning after they turn 18, right? I mean, he left his daughter and he was over in Arkansas visiting up with his daughter after she's 18, right? So this is nothing new to Don. And not only that, but deep down in Donald's heart, he knows these boys have a better home, a better life than he could ever give them or ever has gave them. He knows that they're doing way better where they're at than they ever did with them, especially with freaking slush ass flying off the handle, loudmouth Candus, right? I mean, we've heard Candus in the background many times when Don's talking. Have we not? Can you imagine this is what those kids had to listen to all the fucking time? Could you imagine living with parents where you're hearing the mother scream and holler and act like that is exactly how she was talking to those kids? We heard her. We heard her in the background. We've heard her many times. Her slush ass all slushed up, right? Screaming and hollering and acting erratic as hell. And I'm going to tell you, and that's another big reason why they're not going to get their kids back, because Candus cannot get clean. She is an alcoholic that does not want any help. Right? She's also a substance abuser. Because everybody knows she likes to smoke the goody good. And it's not legal where she's at. If it's illegal, you got to leave it alone, right? If it's illegal, you got to leave it alone. If it's legal, then it's legal. But they have a laws for a reason. They have laws for reasons, right? Obey the law, obey the laws, and you won't have any problems. You won't have any problems. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at people like Candus and Dom Wells, I hate to say this, but um, I don't even think alcohol should be legal. I don't think alcohol should be legal, right? I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because drinking and driving has ended a lot of innocent people's lives. It has ended a lot of innocent people's lives on the road over some slush wanting to get behind the steering wheel and ends up taking out sometimes a whole family, children, wife, husband. Not only that, but what you end up with is Don and Candace's. You end up with people who have alcoholism, right? It kills their liver. It destroys their life. It destroys their family. It destroys them. Yeah, it's legal to walk in and buy that stuff and buy as much as you want. As much as you want. And it's okay to become an alcoholic. I don't think it should be okay to become an alcoholic. Right? I don't think that's right. Alcohol does a lot of damage. And it's not something people need. You want it, you don't need it. It's a want, not a need. I think it should be okay to to purchase to purchase wine for weddings, holidays, things like that. I think it should be okay to purchase like whiskey for pneumonia or colds because it is known to cut up, you know, the stuff in your chest so that it will come out. I think it should be okay, for medical purposes and holidays and so forth and so on. Yes. But the rest of the time it should be absolutely illegal to buy. And that way people will not become dependent upon alcohol. Yes, it is a disease. It is a disease. And nobody cares. Nobody cares how bad it's hurting our country or the people in our country. Nobody likes to put up with an alcoholic. No one wants to put up with an alcoholic. Alcoholics are the worst thing in the world to endure. They are Nobody wants to put up with them, right? Even the bartender wants to kick you out once you become, you know, once you become loudmouth, um, slurring. They don't want to put up with you. They don't want to put up with you. They'll sit there and sell you this stuff until you are incoherent, and then they give you a boot in the ass out the door. Get a cab, get in a vehicle if you drove one. They don't care what you do. Not their problem. What they care about is what you put in that cash register, and that was it. They do not care about you, nor in the safety of others on the road, when they boot you out the door in that kind of state. Right? And I'm going to tell you, young adults get hooked on that stuff, and they continue to drink, and they continue to drink, and they continue to drink throughout their life, right? And children, a home where you got alcoholics, it's not good for children. I think children should be removed out of homes where there's alcoholism, because these you know they these kids, it ain't these kids' jobs to take care of the parents. It's the parents' job to be taking care of the kids. And an alcoholic cannot take care of children. Children are taking care of them. It's children taking care of that slush, and they're taking care of themselves when they need to be taken care of. Right? Now, I don't agree with everything that CPS does. Absolutely not. I have seen CPS stick their nose into homes, into people's lives that they had no business sticking their nose into. Right? I have seen them put their nose where it don't belong. I have seen them, trying to come down on people who don't deserve to be come down on. But the Wells ain't those people. The Wells are not them people. What I'm trying to say is, if someone comes in, if someone comes into the facility, and that someone, drops clean, and at random drops, and they come in and drop clean, and they drop clean, and they drop clean, and they take their psychological evaluations, and they're doing everything they need to be doing, and they have a nice home, a good job, good vehicle, and and doing everything they can to be a good parent. I don't understand, and there is some people like that. There is some people like that. The child's acting up at school. The people at the school is having a problem. The parent, is working and doing everything they can do, but the school feels that the parent just ain't doing enough, and they turn it into CPS, and they get CPS into these people's lives, and and at the end of the day, these people didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it, right? They're doing everything they can do and busting their asses to do all they can do to run a household, and keep everything going. And it's not that the parent ain't telling this little bully kid, or this kid that whines when it don't get everything it wants at school. It ain't that the parent ain't saying, hey, you need to straighten up, you need to fly right. It's not that. It's just that the kid isn't willing to listen to the parent, to the school. I mean, some kids are, some kids are kids. And, you know, point being is, yeah, I believe they do stick their nose in some places that it don't need to be stuck in. Um, I do believe, I do believe that, I do believe that, they possibly do, um, take money. There could be some of them that do take money, take people's kids away so that they can get a kickback from people who want a child. Um, that's true. That's true. Um, yes, I believe that. Yeah. Do they market kids? That is a possibility. That is a possibility with newborn babies that they try to take away from mothers. Um, you know, yes, I truly believe that. But do I believe that, this is going on with the Wells children? No, absolutely not. Now, Donald made a statement that, they call him up and they say, they don't want to tell him where his kids are, and they don't want to tell him, they don't want to tell him where the kids are, how the kids are doing, or anything about the kids, but they call him up and say, we need to up the dosage. We need to up, well, they don't need Don Wells' permission to up the kids' dosage. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Don Wells' kids right now belong to the state, not Don and Candus. They have been turned over to the state. And the foster family that has them kids, they have paperwork saying that they can take the kids to the doctors or hospital or wherever and have them treated whenever they want. And, they don't need the parents' consent for none of that. They do not need the parents' consent to take those kids. When those kids were removed, so was their rights. Right? Your rights are removed. When they come take your child, your rights your rights are gone. All your rights are gone. No, you do not have the right to take your kids on your taxes anymore. No, you do not have the right to any type of monies that's coming in for your children from the state, right? You do not have any rights. You do not have any rights about, these foster parents taking them to the doctors or taking them to a hospital or taking them anywhere. You do not have the rights. No, you don't. They do not need your consent. They do not need your consent. Now, if something really, really bad happened, then if you have not signed over your rights completely to the state, then yes, they do have to call you in to let you see the child. They give you a phone call, let you see the child. If something bad was to happen. And a lot of times it does. Do you know how many parents get those phone calls? That something bad happened? Your child's at such and such a hospital. You need to get there. A lot of parents get those phone calls. But you know what? You need to be doing what you got to do to keep your children safe. Right? You got to do everything right to keep Child Protective Services out of your house. And if they do come to your house, you better be doing everything right to show them, hey, this was a bogus call. I'm sorry you had to waste your fucking time. Because there is nothing here to see, nothing here to find. And they'll figure that out within about 5 minutes if you're the right kind of parent. They'll look at your credentials. They'll go through your home. They'll look over everything. Maybe even speak to your neighbors. But they'll find out real quick that you bust your ass for your kids. You truly love your kids and you do everything for your kids. If you are doing everything for your kids, they'll figure out real quick that, by taking your urine, taking your blood, that no, you don't have nothing on board that would would cause your children to be removed. You know, you should always be able to drop clean. That's what I'm saying. You should always, no matter what time of day it is, 7 days a week, drop clean. If you really love your kids, you're not going to use any type of alcohol or other substance anyway. Because you're going to want to be in your right mind for your children all the time. Because they need you. Just saying. And to be honest with you, you're going to be in your right mind all the time anyway if you really love yourself. Because you're not going to be trying to, destroy your brain cells. You're not going to be trying to destroy your liver, your kidneys, your freaking lungs. You're not going to be trying to destroy everything with, a bunch of illegal substance. I'm going to tell you something. I was at the doctor's one time, at the hospital. I knew a couple of different people. Um, there's some good people. There's some really good people that fall into substance abuse. There's some really good people that fall into alcoholism. I'm not going to lie. There's some really good people in this world that fall into this stuff. And most of the time, everybody turns their back on these people. And they need help. They need help, but the right kind of help. Not some extra money so they can get more stuff. They need someone to turn around, put their face in a mirror and say, my God, look at you. Look at you. Look at what this is doing to you. It's destroying not only everything that I love, but everything that you love as well. It's destroying you and all the people that once loved being around you. Why are you doing this? Why are you allowing this evilness to breed itself under your feet? Why are you doing that? But anyway, long story short, I have been there when I've heard the doctor say, you do this one more time, and you're probably not going to make it. Right? Well, I've seen some of them. I've seen some. They're still here because they listened. And I've seen some that I'm sorry to tell you they're not. They're not. Because they didn't listen. They didn't. It is what it is. I'm going to tell you, illegal substance unlives people. I know. Because I got a girlfriend that I love dearly that's no longer with us. So with that being said, I think those children that were up on that hill need to be where they're at. because those people on that hill are not going to stop doing what they've been doing. They've been doing it too long. You cannot teach an old dog a new trick. Just the way it is. Yeah, she died. She died. She sure did. And she had a sister. She had a sister that died right before her. And I would have thought she'd have learned by losing her sister to the same exact thing. But she didn't. She didn't. She was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But if you would have seen her, if you'd have seen her later, didn't look like the same person anymore. I mean, that stuff makes young people go downhill like a snowball in Hades. They go from looking like a model to looking like a decrepit witch, a Halloween decoration. It is really hard to watch and endure someone to do that. It is. It's hard. But you can't help them unless they want help. You cannot help them unless they want help. The only thing they're going to do to you is use you up. Use the hell out of you until they're ready, until they're ready to change, or they don't get that opportunity. A lot of them don't get the opportunity to change, right? My girlfriend didn't. They don't get that opportunity. And I hate to tell you this, but that is one way I would not want to go out of this world. I would not want to go out of this world from substance abuse. I would not want to go to sleep full of alcohol. I would not want to pass out full of alcohol and pass away. Because the Bible says you are not to drink to be drunken. Where do you think your soul's going to end up? Where do you think your soul, if you think you're going to go to heaven full of alcohol, when God told you to not drink to be drunken, man, you ain't listening to God, then you ain't getting into heaven. Right? That's what I'm saying. But yeah, Don can sit there and he can talk all he wants about Child Protective Services. He can talk all he wants about how much money. Well, he don't know. It's trillions. It's trillions, he says. Millions, trillions, and billions. I don't think he knew what came after trillions. To be honest with you. But the point being is, Don Wells can sit there and he can say all he wants to about Child Protective Services. But I'm going to tell you what, this is one case where they're doing righteous for them children. This is one case where the kids should have been removed a lot sooner, so Summer could have been saved as well. So Summer could have been saved as well. That's where they dropped the ball on this case. Right? And I'm going to tell you, he said he's talking to a lawyer that loves fighting Child Protective Services, $400 for every 15 minutes. I don't think that lawyer will take the Wells case at all, once he understands it. When, he's not going to take that case when he hears that little child or reads the letters from that little child saying, please don't send me back. Mr. Judge, please don't send us back. I don't give a damn how good of a lawyer I am. I wouldn't take the case. I would say, I'm sorry. I can't take this case. There's no way. If these children are asking the judge not to put them back in your home, sir, I'm not about to try to put them back there. I am not going to try to force children to go back somewhere that they do not want to be. Hell no. I don't think any good-hearted human would ever do that. I'd be afraid that I might get put into hell for doing something like that. The Wells children, the 3 boys, are still here, and they have a voice. And I think we should all be listening to it. And I think we should all be respecting it. If they don't want to go somewhere and they don't want to be there any longer, and it was that traumatic for them, I would not ever put them back. And Don and Candus are dirty, low-life human beings to want them back if they don't want to come back. Right? If your children do not want to come back to the point they will write a judge and ask not to be returned, why the hell would you fight that? Why would you fight it? Obviously, you weren't a good parent in any aspect if your children don't want to come back to you. Right? Respect your kids. Respect your kids. Leave them alone. Just stop it. Stop it. And I'm going to tell you something. Here's what I truly believe. This is my opinion. This is PG's opinion. And I'm probably 150% right. I think I am. But, this is my opinion. My opinion is Don and Candus Wells have permanently lost the boys. The boys are not going back, and they already know it. They have already signed everything over to avoid prosecution. Now, Don might be going to court in November, but I don't believe it's for the boys at all. He's going to court in November, probably for either his parole that he violated over in Arkansas, or his speeding that he was doing when he's supposed to be doing everything right. So, but as far as the boys go, I think Don and Candus already know that the next time they see them is when they're 18, if they want to come home. If not, will be it. But, I think this is already fully understood to them. I think the reason Don and Candus want to talk so much about CPS is the same reason they want to talk about Rose, the same reason he wanted to talk about Arkansas, the same reason that they wanted to talk about all the other bullshit. And that's to keep the focus off of Summer's case, a missing 5-year-old little girl that they are the number 1 fucking suspects in the disappearance of. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion, right? But I think I'm 150% right. And that ain't going to happen here. That isn't going to happen here. Because here, Summer is the main topic. Summer, the goal is to find her, bring her home, and get justice for her. So I'm going to tell you, over here, that isn't going to happen. Summer is number one here. Summer will always be talked about. Summer will always be kept in the spotlight. And Summer will always be number one, front and centered here. And I hope that that's the way it is with every other creator as well that loves her and wants the same for her. Now, I know that's the way it will be with Justin. I can speak for him because I know how much he loves her. And I know that that's the way Smelly Stone is. I believe I can speak for her. She loves this little girl. She absolutely adores this little girl. And I think I can speak for Don B, who truly has done everything he could for Summer Moon Utah Wells. And I think I can say that for Ziggy as well. Right? I know that, Ziggy's just a zigster, right? Ziggy is Ziggy. But you know what? She loves Summer. And she does all she can for Summer. And that's to be admired. That's to be admired. So, what I'm saying is there's a whole lot of us creators who are joining hands together and doing everything that we can do for these missing children. And we're doing the right thing for them. We're keeping them front and center. And exactly, Trevor is awesome. He is beautiful. And yes, he's doing all he can for Summer as well. Absolutely. And the lab. And Chris M. And there's so many others. Right? JLR. Dolly. I can name so many. And I just thank God that we have all learned to join hands and work together for these children. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And we will continue to do that regardless of what distractions Don and Can try to make. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen because you know what? We cannot be gaslighted any longer. Right? We've already learned who these two people are, how they are, and what the fuck they are. And they ain't gonna put up no smoke screens and no fucking gaslighting any longer. We know it's all bullshit. And we will keep Summer out here, and we will be doing all we can to have her found, brought home, and justice served. And it's that justice part that scares the hell out of the Wells. And why? It shouldn't, but it does. Big red flag, baby. Big red flag. But I'm gonna show you. Play this out. I'm gonna show you what the catch I found. Let me show you the catch I found. Now, Can tried to say that when you're down the hill, you can see up on the hill. And when you're up on the hill, you can see down the hill. Well, when you're up on the hill, you can see down onto the road. So you can see down the hill, yes. This is true.
Usually you can see the road because they have went through here and mowed and took down a bunch of stuff away from the power lines.
Okay.
But usually it's full up. You can't even see the road.
That day, though, how was it? Was it full up or was it like this?
That day and a few days prior to that, they were working on this.
Okay.
So I've even come to a conclusion maybe one of them people have snatched it.
Oh, interesting.
Because they were all the way up here on
I see those...
Now, she says you can see up there. No, you can't. Can you see up there? Can you see a house? Can you see a kid? Can you see anything up there? Please, yes or no? Can you see anything up on that hill? Please, let me know. Can you see? Do you see the house? I'm going to tell you, if I didn't know there was a house up there, hell no, I wouldn't have known. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have known. No, absolutely not. But I'm going to tell you what, Can lies. She lies. The tree trimmers were cutting and the wires. There's no wires up there. As you can see, there's no wires up there. They were cutting the branches out of wires. Look at this. I didn't see no wires. No wires that they would have needed to cut branches out of. They were because when she left that morning, when they left, her Grandis and Candus, or when Candus, Grandis, and Summer left that morning, the tree trimmer man said that he saw Summer in the vehicle with them, right? Because why? They were down by the road. They were down by the road. They were cutting the trees back and out of the power lines running down the stretch of road. And, you know, such bullshit. Such bullshit. And they had knocked off. They had knocked off early that day. Actually, at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock that day, they had knocked off and was gone. They were out of there before Candus ever brought that ass in there. She hadn't even dropped Hunter off when all the trimmers had already vacated that area. Let me tell you something. If those tree trimmers would have still been in the area, Summer wouldn't have came up missing that day. Bet you 10-1, Summer wouldn't have came up missing that day. Because Candus would have been too afraid to be seen. Right? There you go. Been too many eyes on the hill. Too bad they didn't work. It's too bad they didn't work till 4 or 5 o'clock. It's too bad.
Okay, your mom's truck's right here.
Yes.
Okay, so when she's leaning against the milk. Is she sleeping?
She was sleeping, yes.
Okay. From exhaustion from that day?
Yes, she was. Where I woke her up early, and she usually sleeps until 9, 10, even 12 o'clock if I let her.
Okay. How did the milk bottles get rearranged? Hunter said he had them on the floor, and then he put them next to him.
They weren't.
Is that true?
No.
Okay, so walk me through that.
When we dropped them off, they were actually still on his lap.
Okay.
And he put them on the other side of Summer.
Okay. So he reached over?
Yeah, he set them over there by that. What's a black tote she had in there?
So, Summer was awake when they arrived at Allie's. From what Candus is saying, Summer was awake. Because Hunter had the milks on his lap when they pulled up at Allie's. And he put them over here on the other side of Summer and got out of the vehicle. So, Hunter placed these. Candus said the same story that Hunter said. He placed the milk jugs over here and got out of the vehicle. And Summer was awake. Allie said she was asleep, so Allie did not go to that car. Allie must not have went to the car. Because from what Candus is saying, what Hunter is saying, Summer was awake when he got out. There you go. And the neighbor said that, you know, Allie confided in them that she didn't go to the vehicle either. So she lied, maybe because she felt that, you know, she was going to have to protect her boy. I don't know. Or maybe she's not out to protect her boy. I mean, I don't know about these weird people. They seem to be, you know, what I'm saying is, never mind. You know, Allie's story is a story for another day. And we'll go there. We'll go there when the time's to go there. Let's stay on this course.
When you pulled up, did she just fall asleep next to that?
She fell asleep, I'd say maybe 5 minutes on the road.
Okay.
Well, if she fell asleep 5 minutes, down the road from being home and was woke up early, should she have wanted to go back in the house and go back to sleep? I mean, I know, like, if one of my kids used to fall asleep in the vehicle, when I took them in the house, the first place they hit it was to the sofa and laid back down, right? They went and laid back down to go to sleep. Now, if they've been sleeping, for half an hour or more, in the vehicle coming home, then, you get them out and, most of the time I carried my kids, I would carry them into the house, or my husband, when he was still with us, he'd carry them in to the house and, lay them on the sofa and they just, go back to sleep. Sometimes not even wake up, right? Sometimes you take them in, lay them down, they didn't even wake up. And they were just really tired. But, sometimes if they've been sleeping 30 minutes to an hour while you're driving from one location to another, then yeah, you get to the house and you're moving stuff around and they pop their eyeballs open, right? And they're ready to get out and start running around. And so, but they've had time to rest. But I would think only, 5-10 minutes down the road before getting home, this child would still be pretty tired. And I don't think it would, pop up and be raring to go. I think it would be, pack it in the house and lay it down on the sofa, right? And it'd probably still be asleep. So I don't know. But, do you think Candus gonna fucking pack anything into a house? I mean, didn't she say she came up in here, get the boys? Come on, boys, you guys get your asses up, get stuff in here. So she ain't gonna pack a bag of groceries in. She sure in the hell ain't gonna pack her daughter, right? I mean, what the fuck does this woman do? Can somebody tell me what the fuck she does besides walk around like, like dead lice is falling off of her ass? Did she do anything besides walk around like fucking Uncle Joe? Right? Like fucking old Uncle Joe with their fucking belly hanging out, her fucking weird looking head, swinging her arms around. I mean, not to be rude or anything, but this bitch drags her feet. Have you watched her walk? She drags her fucking feet. I've seen fucking 90 years old. I've seen 90-year-old people shit and get it fucking better than Candace Wells does. Fucking lazy, man.
If she fell asleep 5 minutes down the road and was woken up early, shouldn't she have wanted to go in the house and go to sleep?
Yeah, she would have. Absolutely.
Actually, I parked the truck and I opened both doors. It's really hard because this lawnmower is. But I opened the doors up and I shook her. I said, "Wake up, we're at home." She jumped right up.
Okay.
Like nothing. I unbuckled her and I said, "Come on." I said, "Mom, I'll be right back." Went in there and got the boys and they were sitting at the table. And I said, come on, let's get the groceries out. And we brought them all in the house, went through them all, did all that.
Boy, I'm looking at this and this terrain.
Come on, boys. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Off to work you go, right? Come on, boys. Get up. Get out there. Get out there like a bunch of ants. Pack that shit in. You got time. Maybe all three of you can pack your sister in too. What the fuck?
Candus just strikes me as being so dense and just. Is that what they say the?
That ain't the terrain. That's Candus. Dense. That's her.
Dog trail. Where's this dog trail thing?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Dawn Wells tells me Summer was last seen going to the basement to play with her toys. Her 3 older brothers upstairs, her mother and grandmother in the yard facing away from the basement door.
Her mother and Dawn says he tells this lady, and this is a lady that high credentials, right? He tells this lady that Candus and Grandus is out in the yard with their backs turned, I guess like this, right? With their backs turned, I guess like this. Are you fucking shitting me? Are you shitting me? Look at Granny's door. She would have been sitting in the door, looking out. Even if Candus was standing up, bent over, fixing her knee brace, she would have still had her head up over Candus's, looking and seeing and hearing everything. Don't even fucking go there, Dawn. Don't even go there. Oh, hell no. And what happened to the screen, Donald, that you and Candus both used? Well, our neighbor heard a scream, and I must have been in the house looking for Summer. And everything up so loud, I didn't hear nothing. Let's remember Grandma, what big ears you have. Grandma, what big eyeballs you fucking have. Grandma was outside. Can. Donald. Right? The fuck? Come on. Stop trying to make Grandma ghost when you know her ass was there. Quit trying to leave her out of the equation the way you've been trying to do Summer. Stop it. Just stop it.
And Dawn Wells at work.
So Candus and her mother were just casually outside in the yard looking away from the back door. They were just standing there looking away from it. Must have been looking at some flowers. Maybe some that Granny wanted to pick. And oh no, you can't pick flowers up here either, Grandma, because you could get in trouble for that. This is Donnie's property, not yours. Yeah, right.
Will says he believes someone was lurking at the top of the dog trail, just feet away from the basement door. He says the predator somehow managed to snatch Summer, then raced down the steep hill as she struggled.
I guess you guys want to walk around through here.
You hear this heavy breathing mother freaker? He's like, right? He sounds like he's going to fucking fall over and he hasn't even got started yet. He hasn't even got started and he looks like he's going to fall over like, what the hell?
The trail was not an easy walk. To get down the rugged hill, Wells and I had to hold on to trees. I struggled not to trip or even fall on tree roots.
Exactly. Exactly. What she's saying is, Mr. Wells, this is bullshit. This is all pure bullshit, dude. They ain't nobody fucking did this. You gotta be kidding me. Your old ass is fucking breathing 90, holding on to shit, trying to make a point that you just ain't going to get, that you're not going to be able to make. Right? They ain't nobody went down through here with a freaking 40, 50 pound kid And didn't break their fucking ass. Come on.
It's pretty steep.
Yeah. I didn't know the dogs even had a trail down through here until the police dogs followed it all the way to the road.
Oh, you didn't know. Well, Candus pointed that way with Chris M and said, oh, that's the dirt trail bike where the kids ride down. The boys ride their bikes down through there and out onto the road and back up the driveway. I don't know about a dog trail, but over there where you're pointing, that's where the boys ride their dirt bikes down the damn hill and out onto the road and back up the driveway. Right? Oh, yeah, they got 2 50s and a 25.
The dogs had a pretty good trail, a track for a little while, but then it disappeared. But they lost scent it when they come to the road. And sometimes canines, they will lose the scent when it changes different type, whether it maybe went from the gravel to the pavement.
From the gravel, the driveway's gravel, not the dirt trail. So the driveway's gravel to pavement. So the dogs went down the driveway, not the freaking bike trail, right? Donald knew about the bike trail. He knew that's the way the boys rode the bikes down and came back around and up through here. And he wanted to call it a dog trail and act like the dogs went down it. No. Them dogs went right down through here, out onto the road, lost scent on the pavement. But I understand them doing that because the night before, Donald, Candus, Grandis, and all of them were down here with Jody Sue, Andy, and their kids, and they were down here all running all over hell and back. And the dogs can pick up the scent for days. So that's why they ran down through here, because the night before, these kids were all up and down through here running around in that area. So there it is. There it is. And not to mention, Candus probably told Summer, get out and open the gate, because she was too lazy to get it done. If she has to walk in the house, tell the boys, come out and pack the groceries, then she sure in the hell ain't going to get that big ass out the fucking car and open a gate, right? Come on.
Okay, so you go into the house.
Go in the house.
Which is good. Okay, where's Summer's bed?
Oh, it's in the basement.
Got it. Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. Take a look at that, folks. Take a look at that. Wow. That's supposed to be this little girl's bedroom. That damn thing looks, that thing looks cold as ice. Right? It looks more like a dungeon than a bedroom. Wow. Really? And this is after they cleaned it all out. This is after people came in there, helped, and cleaned it all out. And it still looks like hell.
So what happens when she comes in? The boys are playing where?
No, the boys are actually sitting here.
Okay.
And they're actually sitting right here at the table watching TV.
Okay, so they're at the table watching TV. Okay.
They were all locked in. Nobody could get in. Nobody could get out.
They're all locked in. Nobody could get in. Nobody could get out. Nobody can get in. Nobody can get out. Right? There you go. So that door right there is locked.
Okay.
There you go. Nobody in. Nobody out.
Where's Summer?
Summer, she was with me.
Okay, so walk me through that.
All right, well, we walked up in here and we got Josie, Wyatt, and Waylon, the boys.
Right, you put the groceries down, right?
Yeah, well, we went back out and then we brought the groceries in and put them down. And then Mom, she went and took her stuff to her house, put her stuff away.
Okay.
Now, have you took note that Summer is always supposed to be with Candus? Have you took note to that? Did you also take note that day it was Candus, Grandis, and Grandma? Through everything. The boys weren't included in nothing that day. It was Candus, Grandis, and Summer. that got up that morning and left the whole day. It was Candus, Grandis, and Summer planting the flowers, getting the candy, washing their hands, right? It was Candus, Grandis, and Summer getting out of the car, and Candus and Summer packing groceries, Grandis to her house. Yeah. Did you take note how this all went down this day? Like Candus and Grandis was all over Summer that day for some reason, right? Summer, Summer, Summer. That's a red flag.
And then, of course, me and Summer went back over, put our stuff away.
Okay. You went back in.
Yeah, me and Summer went back in the house. And then we were just doing normal stuff.
Okay.
Around the house like we normally do.
Now, also, take notice that Grandis says, Candace says Grandis packed the groceries to her camper. She said Grandis packed her stuff into her camper. Well, I thought that Grandis had a bad knee, and I thought the boys packed Grandis' stuff in. Remember, Grandis said the boys took my stuff in. And of course, Summer. Well, Candace said you packed your own shit in, Granny, with your busted up knee, right? From what Candace just told Chris, you packed your own shit in with your big old busted up knee. That's what we heard. Which you didn't have a knee brace on. In the picture a week later on the news. Yeah, we saw you sitting in the doorway with your big old knees hanging out, no brace. And also, Donald said he didn't ever see a brace on that funky knee, right? He didn't ever see no brace on your funky knee.
And I come out, Mom was sitting there at the time I come out, and I'm standing here.
Okay.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you staring at? She's like, these plants, I gotta get them transplanted. I was like, well, Summer will help us, so I went back in. By that time, she was sitting on the floor playing with her toys.
Right here?
No, in the kitchen where we were just at.
Okay.
She was actually sitting on the floor playing with her toys at that time.
Summer was playing with the toys in the kitchen on the floor. Now, if she went back into the house, wouldn't she have wanted to continue playing with her toys? Wouldn't she have went back to the same space she was at? She was there having a lot of fun, entertaining herself. Do you want to plant flowers? Sure. Usually kids come right back to what they were doing, right? They go right back to, I want to go back in the house and play with my toys where I was. Not down in the damn basement.
I said, Summer, you want to help plant flowers? And she jumped up, left her toys a mess, of course. That's cool.
Yeah,
Then we
well,
walked
that's
over
what kids
here.
do. It's their job.
What?
Okay?
And she left her toys? No, Candace, she didn't leave her toys, all of her toys, because you said that she put Chase on the case and another one of her toys in the plants. So she had to have a couple of toys with her. When you left her toys? No. She had to be packing a couple of them to put them in your plants. Right? Big red flag, folks.
We walked over here and we transplanted these cactuses from the little pots that they were in. And transplanted these ones here into this bigger pot and that one into that bigger pot.
Now, let me tell you guys something. The catch is about to come up. You'll hear the catch here in a minute. But I want to tell you something. I actually went and watched a video. Because, I don't have cactuses. I think they belong out in the desert where they belong, right? I know a lot of people love cactuses, and that's cool. That's cool. But I don't. I don't care for cactuses at all. I only been around like a couple cactuses in my life. And and they hurt like hell when those things get in your fingers. I touched one, and it was like, I can't tell you if it's a week, a month. It felt like a year. For them damn things to quit pricking your fingers, because they get in there and you just can't. It's like they're in there forever. It's hell for them things to actually at some point go away. That's what I'm saying. So I didn't ever like or want a cactus around me again in my life. Right? So I don't do cactuses. Okay, that's clear. But I watched a video because I haven't ever planted a cactus. But I am thinking to myself, how the fuck could you do this without, being very painful? And actually, this is not for a child to be doing. This is not a flower you pull out and the kid can handle and put in the ground, put dirt around it. This shit right here is dangerous, right? This is not an easy job. And actually, I watched a video. How do you go about planting a cactus? And actually, you've got to have like 2 pieces of styrofoam, or you've got to have, a couple pieces of wood or something to be able to hold the top of it and not touch it. To put it in and put the dirt around it, right? So, and look at this. And does that look like something that was just recently planted? I mean, Chris M was up there like, bam, right after someone come up missing, like within no time, he was up there. I mean, within a month, he was there. So this does not look new to me. Actually, this looks like shit. And if Grandma loves her plant so much, why does this shit look like it's dying? Why does it look like, nobody's watering it, nobody's doing nothing to it, nobody's picking the weeds out of it? Come on. This shit looks like it's been laying around for forever and a day. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they didn't throw some new rocks on it, because it looks like some, maybe some new pebbles might have been thrown there to cover up the shit, but the weeds are still popping through, which tells me this was not recently planted. There you go.
And she took the rocks that we've gotten from different gem mines.
See, she said rocks from gem mines. Candus, those are the same gravel that's in your freaking driveway. Right there, I see the same rocks on your driveway. You get them from a gem mine too? I'm going to tell you, I freaking went and looked at gem mine rocks. They don't look nothing like this gravel. This shit looks like you buy it at some hardware store by the bag. Come on.
Went up to Gatlinburg and stuff.
Okay.
And she's the one that spreaded all the rocks around in here. And then she put her puppies in here. She wanted to chase in there,
No, I think you and Grandma needed to make up a story, and you got some damn gravel out of the driveway and threw around that damn plants, trying to act like you was out there doing that. And that's what was taking so long to call 911. And you didn't get it done till 6:30. That's what you all were doing.
Okay.
And then we went in my mom's where we can't get in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Went in
We
there.
went in there and got some candy and stuff she gets from Grandma.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'm going to go back over to the house. She wanted to go back, so I figured I'd go back,
Okay.
And I said,
Hi, did you hear that? Did you hear that? There's the catch, y'all. This is what I caught. What? Candus wanted to go into the house? So why has she been saying Summer? You remember her and Granda saying Summer wanted to go back to the house, play with her brothers. Summer wanted to go back to the house, play with her brothers. No. Candus just said that it was her ideal to go home. Listen to this.
she's the one that spreaded all the rocks around in here. And then she put her puppies in here. She wanted to chased in there, you know.
Okay.
And then we went in my mom's. Well, we can't get in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Went in
We
there.
went in there and got some candy and stuff. She gets some grandma.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'm going to go back over to the house. She went.
See? Well, Candus said, I said, well, I'm going to go back over to the house. Well, I'm going to go back over to the house. They were lying and saying that Summer wanted to go back and play with the boys. So they, you know, they took her back to do that. No. There you go, people. Right there. Another fucking lie. Another lie. Right? They lied. They lied about this little girl wanting to go back to play with their brothers. There you go. There you go. That's what I caught. I've listened to this so many times. I didn't ever catch that before. I didn't catch it. But yesterday when I was listening, I was like, damn. What did she just say? I went back to make sure a few times that this is what I'm hearing. Yep. There you go. That was a damn good catch, right? Good catch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
To go back, so I say I go back, you know.
Okay.
And then you see her try to turn the table and spin tail her ass out of it? Did you see how she tried to spin tail? She knew she fucked up. She knew she fucked up. She tried to spin that ass around. She tried to spin tail it around, people. There you go. There you go.
And I said, well, I'm going to go back over to the house. She wanted to go back, so
I'm going to go back over to the house. She wanted to go back. No, Candus, you wanted to go back. You wanted to go back to the house. That tells me that your job at Granny's was done. You wanted to go back over to the house. Now, what the hell happened to Summer? Tell us what happened to Summer. You're lying. You are a liar.
I go back, you know.
Okay.
And
she lied. She lied.
I brought her. I literally walked over to here. Like literally walked right to here where I could see the boys and on the kitchen table.
Got him.
And I watched her walk in there. And afterwards, when she was already in there, I walked over. I said, "Quiet." And he looked at me and I said, "Watch Sissy. I'll be right back." And that's when I walked back over to my mom's.
Okay.
And I was fixing her brace and stuff like that. And I said, "Well, Mom, I got to go back over with the kids." And that's when I come back up into the house.
Okay.
With the boys.
Okay.
Not that. I walked in here and them three were sitting.
Ronald, you are so silly. Candus said no one will ever catch her lying through her teeth again. Ronald, she ain't got any. Right? You're so silly. That's a good one. Yeah, that was funny as hell. Hey, I needed that laugh. I did.
Right here, a girl with her eyes glued to the TV, like always. And I said, "Boys, where's your sister at?" Well, she just went downstairs, Mom, to play. So I went over here like this. And then I yelled and I said, "Summer, Summer." And she didn't. I listened for a minute. I didn't hear nothing. So I went like this. Because this is how I always get down here.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if you want to come down here or not.
Yeah, why would Candus automatically rush in and want to know where Summer is? What parent does that? What parent rushes in and like, okay, where's one of the kids? Where's one of the kids? They could be in the bathroom. I mean, don't you think that here is what the normal parents want to say to law enforcement? Look, I mean, if something like this truly happened, they're going to say, "Look, I came in the house. The boys were sitting there playing. You know, I lit up a cigarette, got me some coffee. You know, was pedaling around, doing whatever you were doing, and I took note that I don't see or hear my daughter. So when I take note, I didn't hear and see my daughter. I was like, hey, where's Summer, right? Where's your sister? What happened to her? Well, we think she might have went down the basement. She went down the basement? Okay, hold on. But so I hollered down the basement. I'm hollering down the basement. She ain't answering back. I checked the bathroom, right? I checked the bathroom because I'm thinking maybe she's in the bathroom. So I checked the bathroom. She's not there. So then I go down the basement. I head down the basement when I see she's not in the bath, because I don't have to come back up and find her in the bathroom. I check the bathroom because it's on the first floor. It's the only other place she could be where I can't see her. So I check it. She's not there. I go down the basement. I looking around. She's not there. Right? She's not down there. I check to look at the door. It's either open or locked. If it's locked, I assume she didn't go out it. If it's locked, I'm not going out the door. I'm going back up the stairs because she's got to be somewhere around there. Right? I'm going to take note, is that door locked or is it open? Why? Because that tells me if she went out or she's still in here somewhere. Right? I'm going to back up the stairs. I'm going to look around again, and then I'm going to go look outside to see if she's maybe at the swing or, slip back outside on me somehow, maybe back over to grandma's. I'm going to be doing these things before it's, oh my mercy, where's your sister? I went down the basement. I turned everything upside down. I came back up the staircase. I can't tell you if that door's locked or not because I didn't fucking check it. Right? I didn't fucking check that. No, this isn't how you're going to conduct something. I'm telling you, this is all wrong. This is all wrong because the average person is going to be in the house for a little bit before they miss someone they just barely put in there because they just assume the person's there someplace. And they're going to check the bathroom, and then they're going to go, they're possibly going to check the bathroom and then go back to the back door and check outside at the swing and go check over at grandma's. Hey, did she come back over here? Because she's not in the house. I hollered down the basement. She didn't answer me, so I assume she's not down there. But I would have already been back outside looking. And then I'd have went around from outside. I'd have went around to the basement door. Right? And probably tried to open it to see, and then I'd have been looking through the glass to see if I could see her. So, this is what a normal person's going to be doing. They're not going to go straight down the basement without checking the bathroom or, or the laundry room or the other parts of the house. They're not going to do this. They're not going to go straight down that basement. She went straight down that basement. She knew that child wasn't there. She went down that basement, stood around for a little bit, came back up and questioned the boys. I mean, if she was worried about Summer, when she comes back up, she ain't going to be questioning the boys. She's going to be saying, your sister ain't down there. Where is she? We don't know. Let's get outside and find her. If she ain't here, she's got to be out there somewhere. You go over to grandma's and check. I'm going to go around the house, right? Let's see if she's out here somewhere. This is what you're going to do. You're going to spread out. You sure in the hell are not. And you're not going to be thinking of someone abducting her. You're going to think she's somewhere around there and you're going to find her. This is definitely a made up bullshit fucking story if I've ever seen one.
And over here, well, it's a mess again.
That's all right.
But this is where Summer and little Waylon was. Because Waylon's only 9.
Okay.
And they stayed down here.
The Savior?
The boys I brought back down here after she went missing because I didn't want them upstairs by themselves anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would you put the boys in the basement where supposedly you already had a child come up missing. Because you and Dawn suck liquor, you stay upstairs. You guys stay upstairs half the damn night, right? That's what they do. They stay upstairs. Don takes a shower. He takes a shower real late at night, and actually after Candus is stoned and he's ready to put her to bed, he goes and takes his shower, comes out, and then takes her ass down the basement to put her to bed. It's 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Now these boys are going to be down the basement where their sister supposedly disappeared from. Kids go to bed 9 to 10 o'clock, right? 9, 10 o'clock, the kids go down there. Now these kids are going to be down there from 9 or 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock. They're going to be down there 3 or 4 hours by their damn self. They have a sister supposedly came up missing out of there in 2 fucking minutes. But she's going to leave them down there for 3, 4 fucking hours by themselves at night to sleep. Come on. Really? Seriously? I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I mean, to be honest with you, if somebody came up disappeared out of a basement, we're all moving upstairs, right? If somebody comes up disappeared out of a basement, everybody's just going to be upstairs now. Forget the basement. Forget the basement.
But yeah, I come down and I searched. I looked up underneath the beds under there. We can't really get on. I can't get on there.
Yeah.
But
I checked under the beds. The beds were on cinder blocks. The fucking beds were up on cinder blocks, right? How the hell are you going to look under? How are you going to crawl under cinder blocks? Seriously? The beds were on cinder blocks. You can't look under cinder blocks. Nobody could get under a cinder block, right? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand this shit. I really don't.
looked under there, looked under every blanket I could possibly look under.
Yep.
Every blanket you could possibly look under? What, the fucking whole 2 that you have to keep everybody warm? Come on. Like you have a bunch of blankets. I don't even know if you had a blanket. And if they was as dirty as them fucking sheets, they should have been thrown away. The door was locked. Nobody in, nobody out, right? She didn't check the door because the door was locked.
And then I come over here and I looked on both sides. I didn't see nowhere. And I don't recall if this was locked or not. I don't recall that.
Okay.
But I know, it's hard on me. But I know I did come out here and I said, Summer. Because sometimes she'll sit right here and just sit here and play just for,
Right up to
and
here.
this is all the further she would go. She wouldn't leave.
Okay.
She wouldn't go nowhere.
Okay. If that's all the farther she would go and she wouldn't leave, then when you hollered down the basement and she wasn't answering back, why didn't you go out the damn door and start walking around the house looking for her? Why didn't you check grandma's? Why didn't you check the swing? Why didn't you walk around the basement door? Why didn't you and the boys get outside as soon as you hollered and you wasn't hearing her? Why didn't you check the bathroom? Why did you not check the bathroom? Because you knew she wasn't in there. You didn't check the bathroom because you fucking already knew she wasn't in there. You came in and started immediately asking about her to see what the boys knew, what they seen, what they might have heard, if anything. When you figured out that it was nothing and you were in the clear, then you staged your big bunch of bullshit. You're not going to stand around talking to your kids and just find out what the fuck they know if you're looking for your child. You ain't going to do that. You're going to come, even if you went in that basement, you're going to come back up and say, hey, she's not down there. Let's get outside and look for her. I don't need to ask you a damn thing. I don't need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. We need to find this child. That's what normal people do. They don't come back up and question the boys to see what they know or don't know. So big red flag, Candus. And that's what, that is right there is why law enforcement, where you are number one suspects. Right there is why you're number one suspect. I fully understand it.
Oh.
And I tell you now, that's another thing. If you take note, in all the videos, Summer's got someone out there pushing her on the swing. So I don't even think and if you look back here, when she's on the swing, right there, look how high up that swing is. Look how high up the swing is. It's like she would need help to get up on it. It looks like she would need help to even get up on that swing. So there you go. There you go. I don't think she's going to be around it without someone pushing her, right? She help her up and push her. So yeah, this is really bullshit. Disappear bullshit.
Good. So there is a time frame here between this trailer and that house within, you said 2 to 10 minutes maybe?
No, 2 to 5.
2 to 5.
Yeah. You're right, Dawn. I was at work. I got 7 alibis. Now, you two explain that 2 to 5 minutes. Exactly. Explain it, Candus. Explain that 2 to 5 fucking minutes. Please. Please. Explain that 2 to 5 minutes. Because Don's got 7 alibis, Candus. You ain't got none. He said you're going down. You're going down. There you go. But yeah, there you go, folks. What we seen right there was a bunch of lies. What we did right there was catch this bitch up in them. That's what we just done. That's what we just done. As you heard her say, she said, okay, I'm going back to the house. And she knew she fucked up after she said it, right? She knew she fucked up after she said it. Just like she said back over to the boys, not Summer. She thought she slipped that little not Summer in there. Because she's a bitch. All of this is a game to her. All of this is a game to her. Because she is not got brains enough to understand what a gift God had gave her when he gave her children. Bitches like that do not understand the value of God's gifts. But one day they will. One day, oh nasty will. And it's be too late. You know, her sons are going to have new mommies and daddies now. And probably the people they'll end up calling mommy and daddy. And the only people they'll end up going back to visit. And they probably won't ever go back to that hill or around her. Just like her first daughter, her first son, her other daughter over in Arkansas. And now she's lost all of these. Right? She's lost all of these. When she finally figures out What a gift God had gave her. And how fucking lonely she is, but wouldn't have had to been had she only been the right type of person. It's going to be way too late. It's going to be too late. Education, common sense are the two best things any human can have. The two best things anybody can have. Common sense is number one. Education, man, that's the topping to a successful life. You know, Candus will never know what it's like to have mommy and daughter day. She won't ever know what it's like to have her daughter, you know, ask her silly questions. She won't know what it's like, you know, she just won't ever know what it's like to go shopping with your daughter, go to the malls, out to the stores. She won't know what it's like, you know, to read a book together, right? Some silly book. She won't know what it's like, you know, to sit back in the living room and have her daughter telling her about, you know, all the things going on in her life. The book she reads, you know, all of her struggles, which isn't struggles at all, but it's cute that they think it's struggles at that age. She won't know any of these things. She won't know what it's like to have that grown-up daughter sitting at the table, having coffee with her, helping her up, taking her places, telling her how much she loves her. She won't ever know what it's like, the mother and daughter bond, the true bond between a mother and daughter. She won't know what it's like to tell, you know, she won't know what it's like. We tell our mothers things that we cannot ever tell anyone else. We sit at the table, we drink coffee, and we talk to our mothers. We help our mothers. We check on our mothers because we love our mothers. I know I loved mine. I know I loved mine. And I know I love my daughter. And I know my daughter loves me. There's just a mother and daughter bond that cannot ever be broken. Daughters are like forever, right? They're forever. They're the ones that can always count on you and the ones that you can always count upon. Candus will never know that. She won't ever know that. Right? She won't ever know about mommy's and daughter's days out. How she doesn't even know what it's like to see the love of her sons, to see the love in her son's eyes that they have for her, because I don't think they had any for her. You ever look at your son? You ever look at your son, give him a hug, and see the twinkle in his eye? You could tell how much he loves you. That is a mother and son's bond as well. Or when you answer the door and your son comes up behind you, he's your protector, right? He's your protector. Really not big enough to protect anything, but he's still behind you because he don't want you to be at that door alone. She won't know what that's like. She won't know what that's like. She won't know what it's like, you know, when her son is big enough, bigger than her, big enough to protect her. She won't know what that's like either. She won't know what it's like when her son grows up bigger than she is and picks her up, right? Picks her up, packs her across the yard. Look, Mom, I can carry you now. She won't know what that's like. She don't know what it's like, you know, to check on your child sleeping and think they're the most beautiful thing in the whole world. And how they don't know how much, and they probably won't ever know how much you love them. That's a real mom. That's a real mom. Candus don't ever know what it's like to be a real mom or to ever feel the real love from her children. And that's sad. That's absolutely sad. Hey, Don Grandma, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Grandma at 3. Gifted 1 Prayer Garden of America membership. Hey, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. I appreciate the support for this channel. I seen some more support go by. I am sorry I didn't. I was in the middle of everything, and I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to go back up here and come forth so that I can make sure I let you all know how much I appreciate everything you do. I really do. Sitsu Mama became a YouTube member tonight. Yes. And Grandma 3 gave membership. I appreciate that. God bless. And let me see. I'm going down through here, y'all. Moving forward again. Hey, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. Aw, that's so sweet, Carrie. He said, Justin, hello, my friend. Much, much love. That is beautiful. Aw, Justin said how much he loves all of y'all, or most everybody. That's beautiful. You guys are beautiful. You're awesome. I can't tell you how awesome you all are, because you already know. You already know how awesome you are. You don't need PG to tell you. You guys are absolutely beautiful. Aw, beautiful Summer, where are you, sweetheart? You know, we all are asking that. We're all asking that. Every last one of us are asking that. Amen. We only support the victims. Amen. We will not support the criminals. No way in hell. Absolutely not. You got that right, girlfriend. No way. Not today, tomorrow, next week, or ever. Hey, love the Scorpio. I appreciate that. Gifted 5 Program of America memberships. Amen. Amen. God bless. I appreciate that. God bless. That is beautiful. Oh, wow. Super sticker. Yes. JPL. I appreciate that, sweetie. Absolutely. I really do. I appreciate everything y'all do for this channel. God bless. Okay, I think she said you're welcome, PG. God bless. I so appreciate it. I absolutely do. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate each and every one of you and your help to keep this channel going. Somebody I seen somewhere where somebody was beating PG down, saying something about, oh, I know who it was. It was let me do tell. It was that one chick. What's her name? Oh fuck, Miss Know It All. Miss Know It All, you know, she knows it all. She knows it all about Rose. She knows it all now, I guess, about Summer. What the hell is her name? What is her name? I didn't ever care for her enough to get to know it. But yeah, it's that bitch. No, not I was confused. She's in the same category, but no, that's not her. Lisa, that Lisa chick. That's her name, Lisa. Yeah, exactly. Texas rat. Yeah, she was like, if Summer's found, what is PG going to do? Right? What is PG? How's she going to help if Summer's found? Well, listen, Lisa. It ain't none of your fucking business. Right? Bitch, you don't pay my bills. You don't put a roof over my head. You don't put clothes on my back. You don't do a damn thing for me. You don't put no food on my table. You don't do a fucking thing. So I would appreciate if you get your nose out my fucking ass crack and not worry about what I will do. Because that's none of your damn business what I will do. What the fuck will you do? Huh? Lay your ass back on a fucking bed all the time. I don't even know if you could get up. Because every time I seen you, that's where you was. Yeah? And you don't look like your picture. You should show your real face sometime. I'm just saying. She sits there and, you know, this is a troublemaking bitch that acts like she knows everything when she didn't know shit. She didn't know a damn thing about Rose's case. Not a damn thing. She had no idea about Rose dating the sheriff. She had no idea about, you know, Wisconsin mama's son seeing all these things. that you should have been reported to law enforcement. They said it was, but somehow somebody lost the records. I don't know about that. I'm not even sure if Wisconsin's mama's son knew a damn thing about Rose or not, right? I mean, a lot of these people lie. And Wisconsin's mama's son, didn't want to talk to Lisa at all. As a matter of fact, you want Lisa to go stick her nose up somebody else's ass too, and get it out of his. And he wanted Wisconsin mama to get it out of his ass as well. So with that being said, but yeah, I called up there. I tried to get a hold of the sheriff to ask him, if he was doing the naughty with Rose, and and was he rolling up carpet with some Indian guy that took off and didn't come back to town? But I couldn't get a hold of him. He wasn't no longer sheriff there, and the only numbers for him was right into the department, and you couldn't get a hold of him through there. So with that being said, but I don't cover Rose's case. I just wanted to ask the question to see, what he would say. But I ain't sure what happened to Rose. What I am sure of is, Grandma gave the wrong license plate number. She was driving past the girl's car every day on her way to work, from what I heard. And, there's some shady shit there where Grandma was concerned. Maybe, if you took note, Candus and Candus don't have boundaries. When it comes to men, they don't have boundaries. Like Jose. Jose was supposed to be Allie's old man, right? And Candus and Candus don't have boundaries. They'll try to mess with your man. Oh, now they don't want you trying to mess with anything of theirs, but they will definitely try to mess with whatever's yours. That's why Allie and Candus and them had the falling out, right? It was over this chubby dude that came up there that none of them knew, that actually had mental problems and probably shouldn't have been there at the time. But, point being is it possible that maybe Granny was slipping around with something Rose was with, or Rose sleeping around something Granny? I don't know. All I know is Granny supposedly was going by Rose's car every day and gave law enforcement the wrong license number. That sounds fucking suspicious to me. I don't know how it sounds to other people, and I don't know. I don't care, but the truth is the truth. Right? That's my opinion. And that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing out here on the YouTube streets. So, if that's the case, it is damn suspicious, right? It's suspicious. But I don't cover Rose's case. I was just more or less trying to get it a little bit of something out of the way, to keep taking, that was taking focus off of Summer when it didn't need to be. If you could get some things out of the way, then do so for this child to be in the spotlight. But and I really wanted to hear what that guy, I really wanted to hear him laugh when I asked him that. I'm sure he would have laughed his ass off with that kind of dirty rumor going around. That's mainly what I was after, just to hear him fucking laugh, because I was actually laughing as well. But, it is what it is. Come on. The sheriff's married, dating somebody, and then he's going to roll her up in a rug. That sounds classic to me. Everybody gets rolled up in a rug. That's weird. That's weird. That's shit you see on TV. I don't think somebody's going to roll somebody up in a rug. I think they're going to probably freaking, I think they're probably going to stick you in a tote, or they're going to stick you in some blankets, and they're going to just get you the hell out of there. But I doubt if they're going to cut the whole fucking rug up, roll you up in it, and then, play He-Man trying to get you the hell out of there and all of that. That's weird. That's just freaking weird. Law enforcement, we'd like to know why, this great big giant section of the carpet's missing. Oh man, we had to roll somebody up in that. Right? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen. Freaking wall-to-wall carpet all through the house, and just one room's got a great big giant piece cut out. Big enough to roll somebody up in. I think that shit's going to get noticed. Just saying. Right? And they still own the house. They still live in the house. I don't know. That just is weird. But yeah, Lisa Kay, had something to say. And, well, she wants, they want to talk about PG, then don't cry when PG answers back, right? Don't cry when PG answers back. I just like, these people to get their noses out of PG's ass, because I really don't sleep well at night with their nose in my butt crack, right? Go stick it somewhere else. That's what I'm saying. I know it smells like roses and looks like sunshine, but I don't want that big old fucking thistle stuck in my ass that's on their face. It is what it is. If Summer got found, I can guarantee you that's when you all would see me. You would see me. And Summer will be put to rest like a princess. No doubt in my mind that enough money will not come in to lay that baby to rest like a princess if she is no longer with us. No doubt in my mind. On that day, there would be a horse-drawn carriage going down the road. With that baby. It would be, I'm sure it would be on every news station, probably around the world, to see a child be put to rest like that. It would be amazing. There's so many people who love Summer. Summer has an army of people that is amazing. Amazing. And trust me, my pocketbook would be wide open, making sure that Summer, I would give all that I could possibly give to that little girl. God knows. People act like putting someone down costs us millions of dollars. No. It costs us about 10 to 20 grand for the best, for the very top of the line best. 10 to 17,000. And believe me, Summer would have top of the line best. No doubt in my mind. This child is greatly loved. greatly loved all around the world, not just here in America, but all around the world. So Lisa K, ease your fucking mind about Summer and get your nose out PG's ass. And keep acting like you fucking know it all when you don't know shit. You know nothing about Rose's case, and you don't know a damn fucking hill of beans about Summers. You don't know nothing about nothing. You sit there and make it up as you go. And that's fucking weird. You're just weird. You're like that fucking weird Harold, right? You're a fucking weird Harold. Where's Waldo? That's what you look like. Straight up. You don't believe me? Go look at her picture. It looks like, where the fuck is Waldo? Fucking same hair and everything. Like, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Right? Just saying. That is one motherfucker right there that don't have no room to be talking out here at all. Period. She could keep that fucking black tongue of hers stuck in her mouth when it comes to PG. Take that black twisted tongue and just keep it in your face. Right? I'll rebuke that bitch back in there. Stay away from me. I don't like people like that. I don't like, she's a two-faced piece of shit, and neither one of them faces are pretty. Trust me. One's ugly as the other. That's the truth. Her and that Wisconsin mama, those were two evil bitches fucking working against me. Smiling in my face. And both of these bitches were working against me to try to fucking find out who I was and expose me out here. What kind of bitches do that? Who does that? I don't know. I don't know. They make me have fucking trust issues now. Right? They're a setback. They're nothing but a fucking setback in my life. Friends like that, I didn't need no enemies. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't ever crossed anyone that didn't fucking cross me first. Man, when I become someone's friend, I am a friend for life. Unless you give me reason not to be. But you give me reason not to be, I'm gonna tell you. That's not that's not a good thing. I've done nothing to you to deserve your evilness. Nothing to you to deserve your evilness. And I shouldn't have had any evilness going on behind my back like that. And it's fucking heartbreaking when you find out you do. Not because you didn't expect it. It's because it happens to you so many times throughout your life. And that's sad. That's sad. Anyway, I just wanted to address that because that's something that's been on my mind. something I thought that, I'd address. And I did. Now I knocked the dust off my feet and I'll move forward. I'm sure it won't shut her face up. And I'm sure that it won't keep her fucking thistle of a nose out of my ass. Right? Bitch probably got them fucking ears open right now. And her eyes glued to the panel. No doubt. Because that's what she is. But hey, who gives a shit? I just think that she shouldn't worry about my finances if she ain't gonna fucking pay my bills, right? She ain't gonna put a roof over my head and clothes on my back and food on my table. Then fucking don't worry about my finances, bitch. Back the fuck up, shut the fuck up, and take care of yourself. You bring your ass out here like you know something about roads when you don't. If somebody says up, you say down. Somebody says over, you say under. Right? Like, you got this fucking just need to disagree to be disagreeing. Which is fucking weird. You know? It's just weird. She always coming at someone sideways like she knows it all. No, you have a need to fucking know it all when you know nothing. There's a difference. Now, if you put, your shoulder to the grindstone and you mother freaking did your homework and your research and done all the damn things that you need to do and you have receipts that you've been doing it, that's a different story. Because then, you do know because you're doing everything to know. But she ain't doing a damn thing to know anything. She thinks just because she says it, it speaks it into truth. No, that ain't the way it works. That ain't the way it works. Don't work like that. People like that get on my fucking nerves. They get on my nerves. I bust my ass. I bust my ass to do everything that I do in this life. I don't do nothing that ain't worth doing. I mean, what I'm saying is, if I do it, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to put everything into it and see it's done right. Or I just don't do it. I just walk away. If I'm not going to do it right, I don't want to do it at all. That's just who I am. And you're better off that way. You're better off that way. But if you're going to do something, do it damn right. Be proud of what you do. Don't just come out and say shit that ain't even no truth to it. I mean, she posts up a picture. This bitch posts up a picture. Oh, the dolls that Summer wasn't allowed to have. What the fuck does that mean? If she wasn't allowed to have them, they wouldn't be in her hands, right? Where did that even come from? Where did that even come from? I don't even know. It's like, what? Don't even make no damn sense. It don't even make no sense. Explain that shit. Why don't you explain that shit? Fucking riddle me this, riddle me that. I don't like riddlers. Right? I don't like riddlers. I like people that, explain things. Bring it down. Bring it down to layman's terms so everyone can understand. That's what I do. But, that's one thing. That's one thing. But to riddle something, like now, I riddled it, you figure it out. What the fuck? You just throw a catchphrase on it, hoping it'll catch somebody's eye. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to tell you what really gets to me out here. What really gets to me is seeing people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They put out these catchphrases, like that particular catchphrase. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And they mess up this case. Right? They spread bullshit. They know it's a lie before they put that lie out there, but they just want to draw the attention from it to build their fucking channel or do something. And it sickens the hell out of me. Just stop it. Stop it. That's why this case has not been solved already. That's why it ain't been solved already. You got too many people that could have gotten so much information for Summer that didn't. They could have got so much information for this little girl, like Cher. Oh, don't say that, Donnie. Click, cut him off. We could have got something, if we didn't get anything out of Donald, we could have got something out of that loudmouth bitch ass Candus in the background screaming and hollering and talking all kinds of shit. But you cut them off, we get nothing. Right? We got nothing. And what you just did is you just shut them down, gave them time to think. And you think now they're going to tell you? No. No. They're not going to tell you because they're not that damn stupid. They know they're cutting you, that you're cutting them off for a reason. And they say, damn, I'm glad you did that so I didn't slip. But I ain't going to tell you I didn't slip. I'm going to tell you, man, I wasn't really saying nothing anyway. What are you talking about? Oh, what was you going to say? When I cut you off, what you was about to, I wasn't about to say that. That's in your mind, not mine. I was about, and they're going to say something totally different. Because you done, even if that was on their mind, you didn't get it. You didn't get it. The people didn't get it. So now you're just fucked. That's information that could have helped and didn't. Because see, it doesn't matter what comes out of Cher's mouth. It's what comes out of the Wells mouth that count. It didn't matter what come out of Benny's mouth. It's what comes out of the Wells mouth that counts. It ain't what comes out of Tam and Allie's mouths. It's what comes out of the Wells mouths that counted. So you play their fucking friend. You shut them down. And the only thing you're doing is shutting down information that could have helped Summer. But you don't care about helping Summer. What you cared about is your fucking click likes and your damn views. What you cared about is some fucking YouTube channel. Not truly helping a child. And that is what sickens me. And that's what sickens me about a lot of channels. You want to be out here for these children By God, do what you say you're going to do. Do what you say you're going to do. Get all the information that's possible for these babies. Get everything that can help bring them home. Get every single thing you can to help the child. Fuck the parents. Their asses ain't missing. This little girl is. That's all I got to say. But that's another thing that bothers me too. Because I bust my ass to get everything we can possibly get for summer. That's why Don and Candus don't come here. Because they will get asked the hard questions. They will be put on the spot. They will fucking be pissed off. And they will drop off and leave. Because they don't want to answer the hard questions. And when you don't want to answer the hard questions, all you're doing is showing guilt. Because if you didn't do anything, you'd have no fucking problem answering whatever someone asks you. Because you know you've done nothing wrong. This is how it is. And I'm not going to sit there and support some fucking criminal ass suspects that cannot answer the fucking hard questions for their daughter's sake. Ain't happening over here. Because I don't need no clicks, likes, or views. The music video alone that I'm going to play out for summer tonight cost $30 fucking to make. $30. I put tons and tons of videos together for summer. Did I ever tell you all how much they cost to do? Did I ever complain about the apps and how much everything costs to get done? No. I tell you. Yeah, I tell you that apps cost money. I tell you, StreamYard, highest internet, it costs a lot to do what we do as what I do as a creator. Because I don't play other people. I don't pull up people's stuff. I put everything into what they call content. I don't take the easy way out. Because you've got to collect different things in order to pull all the answers together. And if you're going to get all these different things to pull everything together, then you've got to put all these things into content. It takes a lot of time and it takes money. But that's what PG does. What little bit I get, trust me, it goes back in to this channel. Running this channel. Most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, I got to take my lives private. Because over here is America. Right? It's America. Freedom of speech. Say what you want to say. Trust me. If I was looking for making money, this wouldn't be no America. Right? I can't let it go to the extreme where Summer's channel might get lost. Now I don't let, I have to cut things off at a certain point because Summer needs this channel. It's the only one that's, fighting for. Hey, love of Scorpio. I just took note that you gifted 5 Prayer Garden of America memberships twice. Oh, I so appreciate that. God bless. God bless. And I also, Becky, I appreciate it. God bless. Super sticker. Amen. Imagine peace. I imagine it. I don't ever hardly get it, but I sure imagine it. I appreciate that. Thank you, PG, for keeping it real for summer. Amen. God bless. God bless. I appreciate all of your guys' support. I really do. I know Summer would appreciate it as well. God bless. Anyway, yeah, this channel is not geared like any other channel out here. It's not geared like that. This channel is same here, PG. God bless. It's not geared like other channels. This channel does everything it can for Summer. This channel actually pulled Summer into the spotlight when she was so far into the darkness. It took us a while to get her front and center. Then we had to go down even though we knew it was bullshit, and even though we knew it was dark alleys, we had to go down all of them. Only to end up back on 110. But we did it. We did it. And we did it gracefully. We called it out like it was. We did everything we had to do to get where we are now. And that's the focus where it should have always been. 110. Right? 110. And now 110 wants to come out, try to take the focus away from Summer again with the bullshit about CPS. You got a missing 5-year-old daughter. You can't even clear your fucking asses. So none of us worried about CPS returning those kids. None of us. That wouldn't even be possible. Matter of fact, that wouldn't even be allowed. Until you can clear yourself with law enforcement as not number 1 suspects, that ain't happening. Matter of fact, before that happened, law enforcement probably take all the stuff they got and prosecute the shit out of you first. That's what they'll do. Hey, I hope I say this right. Dezella, I appreciate it. God bless. God bless. Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Amen. Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate your support. God bless. But yeah, that's what they will do. That's what they'll do. So, if Don wants to keep getting froggy with CPS, and running his mouth, running his sut, when Day turned off the sound, when she turned off the sound behind the scenes, she opened it back up, and we heard him going mayhem, right? He's going mayhem on law enforcement. Hawkins County this and TBI up and that, and really, and she shut it back off again, trying to get him under control. See, that's the shit that law enforcement needs to hear. But Data ain't out to help Summer. She's out to help herself. She's out to help her. She has to answer to God for that, not me. She'll have to answer. Hey, Zelda, I appreciate it. Super sticker. Amen. God bless. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I really do. God knows my heart, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Each and every one. God bless. We love you, Summer. Amen. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I'm going to tell you, we will be here doing everything we can for Summer until justice is served. We will be here. You can bet that we will be here. I don't care how long it takes. We will be here. And I can't say God willing. And I do believe God is willing. I'm going to tell you, God's always got a plan. He's always got a plan. And He put this channel together for Summer. And He put all of us here together for her. And it all works for the good. It all works for the good. So God's got a plan. And I truly believe that plan will be Summer being found, brought home, and justice getting served. Trust and believe that. And Don and Candus keeps messing with CPS and law enforcement like they're doing. They might find themselves prosecuted real fast. Because I think they got enough to get it done already. So keep playing. Keep playing. I'll be honest with you. With as much as law enforcement already has, most people would have already been prosecuted. Trust and believe that. Most people would have already had their asses in jail. Exactly. Exactly. That is so true. They seem to forget that it's about Summer and not about what they want anymore. Exactly. I'm going to tell you something. If they had any sense whatsoever, they would have took note that as soon as Candus became in the mother way with that oldest boy, that it was no longer about them. They would have understood when you become pregnant, when you get your wagon fixed, well, it's time to get on the wagon, right? That means all of the things that you once enjoyed doing, now you got responsibilities. You like to go clubbing? Well, you got a baby to take care of now. You like to party? Well, you got a child to take care of now. You throw your likes out the window because you said, you know what, I like to have a rocking chair more. And I like to rock my child to sleep. And I like to spend time with my child. Oh yeah, I loved all the designer stuff. But you know what? I gotta buy milk and diapers and other things. So you know what? Designer goes out the window because now it's baby furniture, baby clothes, little diapers, little toys, all kinds of other things. See, you gave up all of those likes that you probably shouldn't have ever had anyway for a gift that God gave you because you liked it a lot more. You actually loved it. You liked to go clubbing. You liked to go partying. You liked to do, but you didn't love it. You loved that child. And love conquers all. Right? So you become a beautiful parent that tosses all those lights out the window for all that love. That's a big difference. A real mother loves her children. A real mother is willing to give up everything to take care of her children. And so are real dads. Real dads are, I mean, I have seen guys that couldn't hold a job. I mean, they've had like 50 jobs in 2 weeks, right? Half of them they didn't even go to. I mean, they had it, just didn't ever show up. And I tell you, when their girlfriend got in a family way, or their wife, man, they got a job and they stuck with that job for years. Didn't ever think that guy was going to work in his life. And that's all he does is work. Because why? He loved his kids. He knew he had to become a man and start getting responsible and taking on responsibility. And he did. And he became an awesome dad, awesome husband, an awesome everything. It's just how it is. And he wasn't taking the money to the bar or to the corner store to buy a bar or across the road to get illegal substance. He was putting a roof over his kids' head, clothes on their backs, food in their mouths, and taking care of things the way he's supposed to. Like real dads do. Sometimes he even had to work 2 or 3 jobs. And that was okay. That was okay. That's what love does. When people have real love in their heart, mind, bodies, and soul. What you got at 110, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. These are monsters. What you got up there, I have no clue about. It's beyond my, I understand, but it's still a lot of it's beyond my understanding. I can't figure it. Right? Don sits on the interview panel saying if he did something, he would tell law enforcement and say, let's go get her. Let's go get her. But then he sits on Ziggy's and says, I know where she's at. Nobody will listen to me. I know where she's at. Right? Then he sits on Shears and says, when people ask you questions like, Did you do anything with your daughter? Do you know where she? He says, that's the dumbest damn question he ever heard. Like he's going to say, yeah, I did it. I know everything. Then then he tells the truth of how he really would what he's really thinking. Right? What he's really thinking. No way in hell I'm going to admit to anything and spend life in prison. Hell no. And that's what he's scared of. He's scared. And he knows law enforcement is looking straight at him, Candus and Randus. He knows law enforcement done came out and said, no abduction, no signs of an abduction whatsoever. And he knows Pruitt done came out and said, hey, if she was there, we would have found her. Now, 5555 can sit there all day long if she wants to and talk a line of shit about, hey, listen, I don't know how wide they went or deep they went, but they should have went the other way as wide and deep. What? What? You're acting like you can tell law enforcement something. Where the fuck is your law degree? Where is your law degree? Huh? Show it. Who the hell are you to tell law enforcement how or how not to do their job? I'm going to tell you what. They had a ton of people out there sweating their ass off, and it wasn't 55555. Sweating their ass off, searching, looking, and to find this little girl. And trust and believe if she would have been anywhere there, they would have found her. They have the state-of-the-art, highest form of equipment that can detect anything. It could have detected a hot penny on the fucking ground. If she was out there, they'd have found her. And Pruitt knew it, and he said it. That's why we did the extra deep dive searches. If she was there, we would have found her, or at least something indicating she was there. So you know what? 55555 can just shut up, right? Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear your silly fucking ass that about had a breakdown when Don changed his number and you didn't fucking have it. Your pictures, if you send any, will be the next ones to come out. What the fuck? Right? Unbelievable. Donald was right about one thing. These women talk to a dick and you can have them groveling out of your hand. Like Cher was. Like 555 is. I don't know what the hell happened to Benny. Right? I don't know what happened to Benny. But I didn't see that one coming. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. And, now Day-Day's shutting the microphone off, right? Listen, Dawn, just let me talk to you behind the scenes. Let me turn it off. Okay, well, I'm going to be, while I'm explaining this to you, you know, I just get so turned on from your sexy voice. That's why I love to shut the microphone off and just listen to you by myself. Right? Oh, they don't know it, but I don't mind telling you, Donnie. Okay, y'all, we're back. I've got my feel. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. You gonna shut the microphone off to get the feel of fucking Donnie? Well, Summer needs this information to get her found. What part of she's missing and needs to be found do you not fucking understand, Day Day? What part? Let me tell you something. You better remember that God said that what you do, whether it be good or bad, shall be measured up and poured back upon you. You got a lot going to be poured back. And it don't seem good. It don't seem good. Because you could be helping this 5-year-old little girl, and you're not. And I wouldn't want that poured back upon me. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it poured back upon me. Let me tell you something. God be with us. That's all I can say is God be with us. And wherever Summer is, I know God is with her. I know He is. Because we're all praying that He be with her. And I know God answers our prayers. And I'm so sorry that there's sorry ass humans out here not getting the information that this baby so rightly deserves. I'm sorry about that. And all joking set aside, that shit keeps me awake at night. It keeps me awake at night. I get so frustrated with humans that can help this child and fucking don't and doesn't. I'm going to tell you, if that don't get your goat, nothing will. Nothing will. I can't even stand to look at the picture of Summer shaved, her head shaved. Every time I look at that picture, it brings tears to my eyes. How could someone do that to a little girl? How? You gotta be a fucking monster. You gotta be a fucking monster to cut a little girl's hair off like that. You have to be a monster. And then sit there on the news station and say, well, it ain't bothering her at this point. Anyhow, at this point, she's missing. At this point, Don Wells, she's missing. And you want to put in your fucking little punt. God will get you. Have your little fun now. Your little smirks on your fucking face. Your little shit fucking attitude. Think you're getting away with something. God sees all. He sees all. And justice is coming. Trust and believe that. Justice is coming. God parted the Red Sea. He parted the Red Sea so Moses and all the Israel children could cross to the other side. And what did he do to the Pharaoh? He waited for them all to get in there, right? And he closed it back on them. That's what happens to evil human beings. That's what happens to evilness. You know, you can run for a long time, but God will cut you down. God will cut you down. Trust and believe that. No, you won't pull no wool over God's eyes. He knows what he knows what you have done to the precious girl and the boys. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, they put that little girl through a lot. They put that little girl from birth, folks. They put those children through so much. So much. Those children had so little love and so much misery. That's a big sin within itself. A huge sin. But you know, when you're like Don and Candus Wells, you ain't getting even with no one in this world but yourself. No one but yourself. I'm going to tell you something. When those little boys wanted to write the judge and say, please don't send us back there, it showed me that they got love, kindness, and caring in their hearts. Like Summer. Just like Summer. Those boys actually do have what those parents seem to be missing. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that. Yeah, whenever I saw Summer in church, I could see A beautiful, sweet angel who really felt peace in that church. She felt free. She felt able to express the real her, the real loving, kind, caring, beautiful child she was. She was able to express not only herself, but to get a little bit of what she was seeking and giving out back. And you got to thank Robin and some of the other people. I know that it probably could be annoying, putting up with other people's children so much. And at times Robin looked annoyed. We've seen it on the videos. We've seen her look a little annoyed. But you know what? At least Summer felt loved by her. At least Summer was getting back a little bit of all she was giving out. I mean, when she was in that church, she loved and felt loved, something she didn't feel at home. You could tell that. She felt free. Them kids felt free when they were in other places and bonded when they were on that hill. Yes, he does. YouTube, absolutely. There's no fooling God. He knows the amount of hairs on your head. Every hair on your head is counted. That's true. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered upon this earth. This life, people don't understand that this life is about nothing but proving to God that you're worthy to live forever in the next life. That's the real test. And it will be the testimony. Was you good enough? Was you good enough? Like I said, I might have a cussing mouth, but I ain't got a lying tongue. I don't see in the Bible where it says, don't cuss. But I see where it said that Satan is the father of all liars. And I'm going to tell you what. I really don't cuss. I mean, I don't cuss when I get up in the morning. I don't cuss. Well, if I stomp my toe or something, I might say some things under my breath. Like son of a whatever. Because that really hurts when you stomp your toe or bust your funny bone. So, but usually I don't cuss. I don't cuss on my job. I don't cuss, in front of my children. I'm usually laughing. I'm usually kidding around. I'm usually joking. I mean, if I dropped a dozen eggs, or I could ask one of my kids, hey, can you grab the eggs out of the refrigerator? And somehow they all hit the floor. I don't believe in crying over spilt milk, right? I don't believe in doing that. I say, oh, well, I guess we're going to have flat cornbread, right? It doesn't matter. It's okay, right? It's okay. The biggest job is cleaning it up, and that's why God gives you, all the tools to get that done. So thank Him for the tools to get it done, and move on with your day. Nothing in this world is worth spoiling your life or day over. Nothing. I don't care. If it rains, dance in it. If the sun shines, bathe in it. Live life to its fullest because it don't last that long. And we ain't got time to be getting pissed off really about nothing except things like this. Things like this right here. A 5-year-old missing child. Yeah, that should curl your hair. Absolutely. Someone abusing an old person. That should curl your hair. A criminal getting away with things that are against the law. That should curl your hair. Because that's why we got laws. That's why we pay to have prisons and jail cells. There's a lot of things that, yes, should curl your hair. But a dozen eggs falling on the floor, the milk jug dropping. Oh, you got your best knick-knack broke? Who cares? Milk can be cleaned up. Eggs can be cleaned up. They can be replaced. The knick-knack, I don't care if it's 1,000 years old. Who cares? It's just a knick-knack. It's a materialistic thing. The main thing is nobody got hurt, nobody got cut, and you got all the tools to clean it up. Throw it out. Probably didn't need it anyway. That's the way I like to live life. And let me tell you something, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is really beautiful. You know, you see people getting all red in the face and hollering and screaming. There's somebody behind me beeping a horn, beeping a horn. I turned around and just laughed. I just laughed. I was literally rolling. Why? Why? Because it's funny. It's funny that idiot didn't realize that I already got even with him when he started blowing that horn, getting red in the face and screaming. What more could I have done to him than he had already did to himself? None. Nothing. So I laugh. I just laugh. When people get shitty, say something, get nasty, I just sit there, smile at them. I just look at them and smile. Just smile. Sometimes they'll get nasty. What the fuck you smiling about? Why the hell would I tell you, bitch? Why do I want to share my secret with you? You feel froggy, leap. If you don't, move on. I'm not the one having a problem here today. You're the one all red in the face. You're the one erratic. You're the one acting stupid. As if I give a damn. Now if you want to, waste some of your energy and time, we can do that. I got nothing but energy and time in this world. But I'm not going to let people upset me. I'm not going to bounce up and down in the air, get red in the face over nothing. Right? Don't change a damn thing in my life. Why am I going to stress myself out? That's stupid. When there's somebody in front of me talking on their cell phone, I don't blow my horn. I don't blow my horn because you know what? It could be an emergency phone call this person's getting. And why am I going to destroy their day? Right? Why am I going to destroy their day? Make it worse than what it already is. I don't know if it's a social call, and I don't know if it's important. All I know is, you know, God put them on that phone, and God put me behind them, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. And when they go, then I'll go. Until then, God must want me there for a reason, so I stick there. No big deal. You know, I'm not going to blow my horn, act all erratic. I mean, what did that solve? Nothing. Nothing. It just shows that, you know, all that would show is I'm an impatient piece of shit that feels like, you know, I suppose we have better things to be doing than sitting behind this person. I'm a selfish, self-seeking human being that just don't care about nothing but what I want. No. People like that don't get in the gates of heaven. That person could have laid the phone down, went on, and you pulled out there and got hit. You know? You don't ever know what God's saving you from. You don't know what God's saving you from, or maybe a little bit down the road, you would have got it. But since you were sitting there a little bit down the road, done got out and went on, and now here you coming along. Right? Now here you come. And everything's safe. So, you know, don't question God. Just be a nice, kind person. And do what, you know, sing a song while you're waiting. Do something. I usually, you know, somebody's doing something like that in front of me. I tell you what I do. I just turn on my radio. I turn on my radio and just jam. I don't even care. Light me a cigarette. Snap me a cold one. Kick back and take a minute. I got shit to think about. But I sure hate those people that blow that horn. Right? I don't care for them. I don't care for them at all. They sure can get mighty angry, upset. You know, and I don't cut people off. I stay, you know, I stay in my lane, do what I need to do. I ain't flying down the road, cutting people off. Right? I mean, sometimes on the freeway I'll be doing 90, but I don't change lanes. You know, if I'm coming up on something, I slow down. I just stay behind it till everything clears, and then I can do 90 again if possible. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, man, sometimes they'll roll down the window and start calling you names, right? And all I do is just laugh at them. I'm like, wow, really? Man, I wish you could see yourself right now. How crazy and out of control you look. You really need some counseling, right? You need some anger management classes. You just aged your ass 5 fucking years and didn't know it. All right. And then you're going to wonder why you got all those wrinkles on your face. Sticking your head out the window like that. Insane. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, it's crazy out there, right? It's crazy out there. Anyway, I'm going to head out of here. I had some other things. Oh, before I leave, I wanted to give you guys a meme. All the people that supported the channel tonight, I wanted to give you a meme. Here it goes. It's picking her up. 1 minute later. 1 minute later, y'all. 1 minute later, the return. All right. It's like, we don't want it. Oh, hell no. We ain't ever coming back to Earth again. All right. They ain't ever coming back to Earth now. Man, that's exactly why we don't get no help from outer space. Right? That's all I can say. That's all I can tell you. Right? Oh, shoot. That cracks me up. Right? Oh, shoot. You guys do know this is just fun, right? This is just and it's funny, right? It's funny. As Grandis always has to take off, takes the people away for Don and Candus, like he took Jose away, right? Yeah, she's out of her cage again. It cracks me up. Yeah. All right, y'all. Listen. On a serious note, PG's got to be riding out of here. I got to get riding out of here tonight. We're going to ride out of here with Chip. Right? Here we go. All right, Eric's doing a Willie. You guys might not know it, but I think he's trying to shake her off.
I'm gonna flip the fuck out, man. I'm gonna flip the fuck out for real. I'm gonna fucking go off. I'm gonna. Ooh. Somebody better have bail money.
That's all she got to say. Somebody better have bail money. Right? Somebody better have bail money. Did you hear that, Day Day? Somebody better have some bail money. That means you. Right? I think Donnie come up wanting $400 for every 15 minutes. He needs to talk to that lawyer. All right. he needs your help, Day Day. He needs your help. For that is like $800 every half an hour. 1,600 an hour. Just to talk. I wonder how much it would cost to get something done. Right? That's just to talk. That was one hell of an expensive lawyer, if you ask me. He really likes to go after Child Protective Services. Well, not for free. Right? Not for free. That's what I was hearing. All right, you guys. Let me see the Purple Hearts going out of here tonight for Summer. I appreciate each and every one of you that showed up tonight to gather here for her. And we will continue to gather here for her until she is found, brought home, and justice is served. And as I ask every night, please keep the prayers going up for Summer. Please keep them going up for Summer. She's lost. She's out there somewhere. She's out there somewhere. And you know, if you were out there, all you would want is to be found, brought home, and justice served against the horrible monsters that did this, that made you be lost. So from our lips to God's ears, let us not only agree in the name of Jesus, but let us also pray in the name of Jesus that God lets this little girl be found, lets her be brought home, and lets justice be served. Let us pray that God lets her brothers have closure along with all of us. But most of all, let us pray that God gives this little baby peace. She deserves that. Summer deserves to be found. She deserves to know that she is truly loved on this earth. She deserves to know how sorry we are that this has happened to her. This should not ever happen to anyone, let alone a little 5-year-old child. So let us bow our heads, hold our hands, and pray to God that she is brought home soon, that she is returned to us soon, and justice is served on her behalf. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. I know I totally agree that Summer be found. It says where 2 or more is gathered in his name, he shall be in the midst. Whatever they so agree upon shall be done. I truly believe in that. I truly believe that God will do whatever we agree upon through his Son, Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus Christ is in the midst. And I believe he is listening right now to each and every one of us. And I agree that Summer be found. I agree she be brought home. And I agree that justice be served against the humans that have done this or allowed it to be done. In the name of Jesus. Amen. If you agree, just write agree in the chat. God knows. God knows who's agreeing and who isn't. And he knows PG's agreeing. It's just been too long. It's time. It's just time to do something here. We got to do all we can to get this baby found. And I think the best thing we could do is agree until she is. Amen. Listen, everybody. Pray for one another. There's so many people needing prayer. Beautiful Sunflower, Our Sweet Norway, which I haven't seen in a while. So many people needing prayer. Please, every last one of us need prayer. Every last one of us are dealing with this life every day. Struggles, right? All of us have struggles. Nobody's struggle free. We all have our struggles. I don't know what yours is, but God does. And I truly pray that God answers all of our prayers in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Please pray for one another. Pray for Summer. Pray for little Michael. And if you get time, pray for me and mine. Know that I'm always praying for you. I pray for you because I love each and every one of you. I love everybody. Believe it or not, I even love Day Day. Even though I'm upset right now with Day Day. Doesn't mean I don't love her. I love everybody. Because God wants us to. So make sure you send those prayers up. God bless. Much love. Good night, everybody. Hey Colt, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I just seen that you helped out for Summer's channel, and I so appreciate it. God bless and much love. And there you are again. Prayers for Summer in Utah Wells. Hey Colt, God bless. God bless. Much love, hun. Much love. Good night, everybody.